Some days the weather is just perfect, and all you want to do is feel the wind in your face and have a couple of really nice coffees along the way, and certainly one in your destination. So, today I thought I'd head down to Tyalgum. It's across the border ranges and only about 70 kilometres from home, so at least I don't have to be away all day. It is a beautiful day, and the highway, not a highway anymore, but really the main road, I guess, the Numinbah Valley Road, is a great run, and all of the Gold Coast and Northern New South Wales riders are regularly out there having a bit of fun. Not a lot of traffic. The road has been done up since all of the wet weather the last 18 months, so it's a perfect run. If you've got the time, when you're crossing the Pine Creek Bridge, which is over the Nerang River, stop on the other side and take a few pictures. There's a great outlook. I've been told the Sawmill Cafe in Numinbah has reopened after about 10 years, and it's been that long since I've had a coffee there, so I look forward to checking it out. Well, that was well worth the stop. The coffee was fantastic and the food's pretty good too. So I must put this on my list to visit more regularly. So from here, it's on to Chillingham and the turn off over the creek towards Tyalgum. Once you get to the Queensland-New South Wales border, there's a pull-up place there, so stop and have a look. The views are sensational of the ranges, and it's the introduction to a pretty steep descent into and towards the valley, which houses the next stop, or should I say the next go-through, which is Chillingham. Chillingham, like Numinbah, is a small village with a population of about 200 people. The villages were formed in the mid to late 1800s and were predominantly there for logging and for dairy farms, and to a lesser extent some cattle grazing. They've not done terribly well, of course, in the 20th century, and hence the low populations, because they were all well stocked at the time. When you do get to Chillingham, it's the last stop for fuel if you're going to Tyalgum. The general store here has a pump out the front, and the fuel is quite clean and good, so if you need some, this is the place to get it. Although it's not far now, only 13 kilometres once you cross the bridge to get to Tyalgum. Tyalgum has a population of 500 these days and is one of the bigger villages in the border ranges. It had the same start as all of the others, predominantly logging, was set up for logging in the first place, and then dairy and of course some cattle grazing. But this one was quite an interesting town. The general store, which is coming up on the left, was opened in 1904 and is still going strong, much the same as it was in those days. The building itself is completely unchanged. And where I'm heading to Flutterbye's Cafe, it was in part of the old butcher shop, or one of the buildings was the old butcher shop. It's really quite a nice spot here. The main street is very much intact in terms of all of the buildings from the period. There was a post office here, of course, and a garage, and also a butter factory which closed in the 40s. So, like all of these small villages, they really suffered with the advent of road transport. However, I'll show you some overhead views, get the drone up, and a few pictures of the main street while I enjoy my coffee and have something to eat, and I'll get back to you shortly. Well, as always, that was terrific coffee, and the food there is first class. It really is. Well, there's been a slight change of plans. I had intended to go back the long way through Murwillumbah and then by the coast. However, the border ranges are just looking absolutely magnificent at the moment because of the recent rain and the warmer weather. So I think I will indulge myself and go back the way I came. If anyone's interested in seeing the map, I'll put a link in the comments below to the Google map so you can load that directly and look at the full loop. Thanks very much for coming along for the ride, and I hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.